Hello, each and every one of you. Hello to you all. This obviously is another video from the channel that's always on the up, the channel that's all elite, the channel that you know you like, and the channel that you know you must watch. It is, of course, the People's Wrestling Channel. I am, of course, the number one heel, the man, the reigning and defending and only WWE Heavyweight Hardcore 24/7 and Predictions Champion, Hall of Fame Rock. That again, Hall of Fame Rock. I'll put my title down here because the first minute of this video will be a little bit confusing. It'll be sorted out actually. Bit better there because a lot of issues with Twitter today. So this first minute of this video is going to be, I will be uploading this on Twitter, so this is for the people on Twitter, and it's going to be a very quick minute. If you're watching this on Twitter, follow me, like the video, and check out all my other videos. Now, back to YouTube. To everybody, you tell all your friends, spread the word, get your voice heard, and tell everyone you know right now. You share. I said share this video every single time. Check out all my other videos on here. You check out that description. You smash that bell to need every single one of my notifications on. You comment below. I say comment below and make them good comments. No silly ones. Thank you very much. Add me on Facebook, Ricky J Page. Go and view and like WWE World Wrestling Alliance. Speaking of Twitter, follow me, Rick the Rock 30. Go and check out my blog, both on Facebook and on Twitter. And of course, you know what time it is to get those two shout outs. You like and subscribe. Click like and subscribe. Hit like and subscribe. And smash like and subscribe. Now, I want to get a little bit serious again. And I don't want this to take up the whole video, so I'm just going to take about 5 minutes. So, a few things I want to clear up, a few things I want to go over. So one of my latest videos, the future of indie wrestling, was just an opinion. I don't know the future. This isn't a prediction. This is my opinion based on facts with what's happening in the world. I was trying to explain to people that just keep it in your minds, have a thought that indie wrestling on the whole could very well be done. I mentioned PCW because it's the only company that I've consistently been to since 2014. Obviously, I don't go anymore. I'm banned. I know that. I get that. But it's only company I've been since 2014 that I've been to mostly all the shows. I've got lots of experience with. So that's the only reason. If I went to ITW or I went to Progress or any other companies, I'd be talking about them. So that's why. Few things I want to touch on what they said. First of all, it's not me to decide. I'm not going to decide if wrestling is done or whatever. It's for the government to decide. So this is how it will work. The government, Boris Johnson, who runs this country, will first of all, legitimate, real sports will come back, such as football, cricket, rugby, tennis, etc., etc., etc. Things like wrestling that aren't real, that are a work, that are just a show, won't come back for a long time. And for them to come back properly, like with social distancing, do you remember how the deaths has to be? 0 for a good 6 weeks. It's not, oh, we've only had 2 people this week. So that's 2 people 2 minutes. It needs to be a good 6 weeks with 0 deaths before they even consider, and that's just consider, bringing anything back. A football stadium holding 40, 50,000 fans, so it has to be 0 deaths. That again, 0 deaths. PCW say they're fine. Okay, well, this is not a WWE we're talking about here, $1 billion worldwide company. It's a small company in Preston. Yes, they're going to Liverpool. Yes, they're going to other places, but, right? And very quickly to touch on that, if PCW were fine, why did he ask the fans for help? I'm just putting it out there. This is not me running down PCW. This is not me burying them. In fact, I'm very thankful to them, because I'm very thankful to the stars I met, to the stuff I've got signed. And I'll let you into I'm going to be honest here, I've never been to Preston before PCW. So I'm thankful to even go to Preston. I might have kind of travelled through it years and years ago or something, but I've never actually been there until 2014. I'm thankful to PCW for the kind of the sort of pubs I've been to in Preston, the things I've been able to do in Blackpool. A list of things, but I'll just mention a couple. Madame Tussauds, and going up to the tower, you can look at going up Blackpool Tower, you can look through the glass, things like that. I've been there for PCW, took advantage of the day, made it a day, and be able to do things like that thanks to PCW. So I'm not running them down. I'm not saying they're crap. In my opinion, they're just okay. In my opinion, there's better out there. If you want to share that opinion, that's fine. All I'm trying to say is, to the marks, and I'm going to explain what a mark is. So a mark, very quickly, little lesson for you in wrestling. For those who don't know, I'm not saying you're idiots or anything, you don't know. Some people just don't know. So a mark is because, not so much anymore, kayfabe has definitely been killed. Kayfabe means it's real, or pretending it's real. So back when we all thought wrestling was real and we used to watch it, kayfabe was alive. So a mark, because wrestling is a con, because they portray it to be real. So a mark is falling for that and thinking, oh, this is all real. But also, a mark is a fan, or sorry, a person, man, woman, whatever, a person that's a fan of a certain company, a certain wrestler, anywhere in the world, could be anybody, and they're a fan of a certain company, of a certain wrestler, and they think it's absolutely great and they won't listen to anything else. That's a mark. I'm not calling them, that's just what it is. I'm bitter. No, I'm not. Am I ecstatic? Am I over the moon at being banned from PCW? Well, not really, but already 10 minutes into this video. This is why I didn't really want to cover this, but I'm going to be as quick as I can. So, if, let's say this virus had never happened, and for those who think this virus is something and nothing, and it's, going to be gone pretty soon, it's damn serious. And this is what you all need to be aware of. It's deadly serious. So the final thing is, I'm bitter. Well, I'm not. So here's why. If this virus had never happened and the shows were carrying on as normal, would I be upset? No, maybe. But as it is, the shows aren't starting, not probably till the end of the year, if at all. And that's just my opinion. I guess you could call it, I guess. So, I know I have been banned, but let's say I hadn't been banned, and I was going to the shows, well, with what's going on in the world, I'd probably be damn bored by the time PCW starts again, or any wrestling starts again. Another thing, in my opinion, and you don't have to share it, I'm not running them down, it is just my opinion as I see it. For me, PCW have been progressively getting worse for one reason or another, be it the lack of stars, be it the matches aren't as good, be it whatever. But in my opinion, progressively getting worse. I've said to numerous people, so what I'm about to say is you don't have to believe me, go and check with these people. So just a few people, John Searle, Ian Willoughby, Andy Ogden, Simon Williams. I'm not being nasty about these people, but you can go and check with them if it's true what I'm about to say. And I've said to these people and others, and decided for myself, that last year I decided that this year I was going to go to PCW as much. So I was either going to go to their big shows, so the big shows being Who Dares Wins, Road to Glory, Anniversary Show, Halloween Show. Or I was only going to go to the shows with stars on, which seem to be very few and far between right now, or just not go at all. Then I was going to do numerous things, either go to different shows, or go to things like conventions, go meet celebrities that I've not been able to afford to do because I've been going to PCW, or go to the cinema. None of the cinemas are open now, and when they're reopened, they're going to be very different. That's if they survive. A lot of people are used to sitting at home and watching movies. And would I go to the cinema? I don't know, but I've got that option. Or another option is just stay in and save money. So, am I bothered? Am I bitter? Not really. It is what it is. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not burying PCW. I'm not saying anything nasty about them. I'm actually thankful to them. But in my opinion, they've been progressively getting worse. And in my opinion, they're just okay. There's better out there, in my opinion. I don't want PCW to come in on this video. I'm not running you down. I'm just explaining things. And I can't force anybody to understand the things that I'm saying. I can't force you to believe that the venues that PCW use, such as Evoke and Tower Circus, they could very well listen to that word, might be, perhaps, possibly be done. Nobody knows the future. If you do know the future, please, can you? I'm sure other people want to know this. Just pop down the lottery numbers for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and we can all be billionaires if you know the future. No, you don't. So, it's all guesswork. It's all hope at this stage. This is still a very uncertain, unpredictable time. I'm not saying I know anything. I'm saying, based on what I've seen on TV and the things being cancelled in the world, I'm just making an observation. That's it. I'm not running down PCW. I'm not saying the crap, the shit, you shouldn't go. You want to go to PCW when they come back, and you're not that fussed about stars, and you want to just go to a wrestling show, off you go. Now let's get on with this video. So, this is going to be the review you've all been waiting for. This is going to be, and while I'm doing this, like and subscribe. That again, like and subscribe. So, this will be the AEW review. So, we did get a match on the buy-in pre-show. And a lot of things AEW are doing great, a lot better than WWE, believe it or not, and something else very quickly. So, if you want, and very quickly, very quickly, something else that I just remembered. So, and this is some wrestling companies will be done. And even if they're not done, they're still going to struggle. If you want some proof that they're going to struggle, look at WWE. They're struggling. The main reason they're struggling is because Vince is doing the same show in the performance center that he would be in a proper arena, or in a proper setting. So that's the main reason, but it really hammers home that wrestling needs an audience. It needs a live crowd. So if you think, well, so-and-so's going to continue, whatever company, look at WWE. Look at AEW. The ball, certainly WWE, it's got to be losing money. They're a billion-dollar company. They're going to continue, but look no further than on your screen every Friday and every Monday night, and look at WWE. Are the shows as good as it without a crowd? No. Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, the pay-per-views in the Performance Center, it just feels the damn same. Which really annoys me because WWE can do a hell of a lot and they can be really creative when they want to be and they're not. But that's another story for another video, another subject for another video. Look no further than WWE if you want proof that the wrestling world is struggling. Now, AEW are doing a lot of things right. One of the things that they're doing right is a half an hour pre-show, kickoff show, you want to call it, rather than an hour. They're just hyping the matches constantly. So take note, WWE. And the match was tag team action. It was, I don't know the names, but it was the Private Party taking on Trent and Chucky T, the best friends, in a number one contender match where the winners would receive a future AEW title shot, tag team title shot. First of all, it was quite odd with no audience. They did have a small audience, the wrestlers there, but still, it was odd. This was a good match. I enjoyed it. Good way to kind of start the pay-per-view. Really not too much else to kind of go into. Except for, I got the prediction wrong, but wrong for the right reasons, because best friends are the winners. So they will face John Mox, Kenny Omega and Adam Page later down the line. We then went rolling into the actual pay-per-view. We kicked off with a casino ladder match. I'm going to try and break this down as much as I can. So they were pulling down a poker chip rather than a briefcase or a contract, for example. So something very different. And men, all men were entering at 2-minute intervals. So again, something different. Not your typical Money in the Bank ladder match of sorts. So let's go through the participants. So it was the crazy one, Darby Allin, Boom Boom, Colt Cabana, the bad boy, Joey Janela, one member of STU, Scorpio Sky, UK's own Kip Sabian, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, one half of Jungle Express, Luchasaurus, another member of STU, Frankie Kazarian, and the mystery opponent who came out with Taz, who now Taz is his manager, and that was former Impact World Champion Brian Cage. So this was a good match. I enjoyed it. Very creative, very different. Jimmy Havoc helping Kip Sabian, and I do know, big fan of Jimmy Havoc. Great wrestler, he's crazy but good. And I do think he should be on TV more, be pushed more by AEW. Good match, Orange Cassidy being too lazy to climb the ladder, the pushing everything and burying Brian Cage under a load of stuff. I enjoyed it. Darby Allin taking a big spot, and once again, I didn't. Yes, I did. Okay, so once again, got the prediction wrong. I went for Darby Allin, and your winner was Brian Cage, who will be Brian Cage getting an AEW title shot at some point. Next up was singles action. Your other half of Jungle Express, Jungle Boy, going one-on-one against a man who's been undefeated for an entire year, MJF. And MJF, I kicked his ass and beat him at WrestleMania to retain the Hardcore Championship. But you don't see here the commentators talking about that. This was a good match. MJF, even with no crowd there, great at getting heat. He's a great heel. I did like this one. I thought Jungle Boy was going to take the win, but getting a 1, 2, 3. His hammer is high. in victory was MJF. So he remains undefeated here. Next up was women's action, and it was meant to be the dentist herself, Britt Baker, taking on the alien herself, Chris Statlander, but Britt Baker injured, so to take her place was the one and only Penelope Ford. Boy, is she hot. This is my first time seeing Penelope, and yeah, was impressed. She was good. Not really too much to be said here. This a fairly short match. Was impressed with both women and got the prediction right for once. And your winner was Chris Statlander. So she going over on pay-per-view. Next up, speaking of short matches, it was the former Goldust. Saying like and subscribe. It was Dustin Rhodes taking the former Perfect 10, the former Ty Dillinger, also shouting and chanting like and subscribe. It was Shawn Spears, and this was a fairly short match. Shawn Spears coming out wanting to win by count out. Brandy Rose came out. Dustin Rhodes appeared behind Shawn, beat him up, stripped him off, and hit his finisher and got the 1, 2, 3. Bit surprised here. I thought Dustin was going to win. I think he's on his way out in his career, so I thought he would have put over younger talent. But there you go. Next up was for the TNT Championship. My throat's going a bit, but I'll carry on. It was the Murder Hawk, Lance Archer, with the Hall of Famer, none other than Jake the Snake Roberts in his corner, taking on, you know him. You always know him. It is Cody with none other than Double A, Arn Anderson, another WWE Hall of Famer, in his corner. This was a good match. A lot of people crapping on it, a lot of people cheating on it, but I thought it was good. You had Iron Mike Tyson presenting the championship, looking in decent shape. They actually cut the camera, caught him yawning in this match. Okay, but I liked it. Lance Archer really is a monster, really is a beast. Coming out, beating somebody up, look like a cameraman or something. Really is a good heel, great at getting heat, just doesn't seem to give a fuck at all. Both Orin and Jake were sent away to the back, and Crossroads, 1, 2, 3, and your winner, you guessed it, I got it right. The first ever TNT champion was Cody. So I think, great for Cody. He's a bigger name out of the two. And I think Lance Archer is better at chasing the title than winning it. Next up, another championship match due to the AEW Women's Championship. It was a no count out, no disqualification match. It was Mrs. Nyla Rose taking on Japan's own Hikaru Shida. I still think this is her first time seeing Shida, unless she was at Revolution. Then I haven't seen her before. Nyla's got a whole lot better since Revolution. Shida impressed me. They used the environment to their advantage. I think if the crowd were there, I'm 50-50 on the crowd. Crowd is better at any wrestling. It is needed, but could they have done the main event with a crowd there? I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to say, "Oh, just look at the screens." I don't know. But yeah, lots of weapons involved, lots of stuff involved. They were fighting everywhere, and I got the prediction wrong again in this one. A little bit shocked, but I do believe there's a couple of reasons why. And we have a brand new AEW Women's Champion, and her name is Hikaru Shida. Now, the two reasons I think that she won is, one reason being Nyla injured Britt Baker. Maybe AEW are pissed off at her. And the other reason is, and I hate to bring light on what I've been doing, and I apologize for what I've been doing lately. Don't need to draw any attention to it. You all know. And a big apology. This video isn't about that, but it kind of brings... a little bit serious, and it is serious, and it sheds light onto what I've been doing, unfortunately. And Hannah Kamaru, not sure pronounce her name, don't even know who she is. All I know is she was in Stardom. This is the first time I'm hearing about her, and unfortunately, very unfortunately, she committed suicide because of cyber bullying. So I get, that's what can happen to people, and I'm extremely sorry for everything I've done, but there you go. So I think that's why Shida won the gold. Next up, speaking of championship matches, this should have been the main event, but I understand why it wasn't. It was for the AEW World Championship. It was Mr. Brody Lee taking on the former Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley. First of all, I'm fully aware of Brody Lee doing these skits about Vince McMahon. Don't really understand why, because Vince has made you a star, Brody. He made you Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion. If he hadn't have done that, you probably wouldn't be where you are today. He was never going to win the world title, Brody, so that's that. The skits he's been doing about Vince not liking people yawning and sneezing. Okay. So I think that was what he called Mr. Brody Lee. So I'm going to kind of break this match down a little bit. Hold on. Like and subscribe. I say to like and subscribe. So just taking a drink there. My throat is going as we speak. As I speak, sorry. So yeah, Brody had the title. He stole it off Moxley. That was another storyline going into this. People in front of Moxley and Brody Lee, and the match went on. Gun match, hard hitting, back and forth, brutal action. Did like the spot. DDT from Moxley onto Harper, onto Brody, going through the stage. Seen it millions of times in WWE, but still good to see. Brody obviously bladed, back in the ring, the action continued. Two paradigm shifts from Moxley. Brody kicking out, Moxley hooking on the sleep hold, and Moxley passed out, or tapped out. And still, your reigning defending AEW World Champion is Jon Moxley. So we'll see Jon Moxley take on Brian Cage at some point. Now, before getting into the main event of the evening, the main event of the night, hit like and subscribe. Once again, like and subscribe. But also, the next pay-per-view, which I thought was going to be in September 5th, All Out, got announced. Now I thought, great, great, have it then. When it's more of a chance of a crowd, or at least some crowd. But I believe that the next one is Fyter Fest. Not sure when that'll be, but I still think have All Out in September. Now we get to the main event. Faction versus faction of the first ever Stadium Stampede match. It was La Champion, Chris Jericho, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, the former Jack Swagger, Jack Hager, and I believe they're called Pain and Glory, Santana and Ortiz, taking on the Broken, yes, Matt Hardy, and current reigning, defending tag team champions, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega, and Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, collectively known as the Elite. And what a match this was. It took place in American Football Stadium, in where I believe the Jackson Jaguars play, with Tony Khan or his dad owns them. Now, like I'm saying, could you have done this with a crowd there? Could a crowd have been in the stadium? I don't know. Could you have done this type of match with a crowd? I really don't know. But I'm going to... This match was funny, crazy, creative, very enjoyable when they try and break it down as much as I can, and there were some really funny bits. So, Jericho's team coming out in American football jerseys, gear, Matt Hardy and Elite coming out. The match starts. It was crazy. There was weapons. There was trash cans. There was ladders. A ring in the centre of the field. The action spilled into there at some point, and just 1 second. Sorry about that. And so many funny moments, so many creative moments. So try and remember as many as I can. Hangman Adam Page. No, sorry. One of the and he already is funny. One of the Young Bucks with Kuchogo's face into a fan. Then he super kicked him into a goal. Adam Page. Adam Page with the... Then Jericho was laid out. Adam Page with the line marker just ran over him. Adam Page going after Sammy Guevara with a horse. Guevara ran away. Okay. Broken Matt Hardy and Kenny Omega doing the same as he did on Dynamite, going after Guevara with a golf cart. This was after Guevara woke up by some sprinklers, and he thought he'd won the match. One of the Young Bucks jumping off the goalpost, that was creative. Hager and Anna Page fighting in a bar. He was sat down, had a drink, carried on fighting, and they were fighting. Matt Hardy, really creative in this match. There was a pool, and he changed the Hardy Boys Hardy, and then version 1 Hardy. Oh God, it was funny. So he's really creative, really genius. Matt Hardy's got a great mind. Then Matt Hardy with the chair of wheels, strapping one of Santana Ortiz to the chair, to the wheelchair. One of them couldn't swim. He threw one of them into an ice box, closed the door. That was it. That was them done. 1 second. My nose is really itching. Matt Hardy with a bell. Then we had the match continued everywhere, all over. And then, yeah. And a good spot in this match, I thought, was Omega got put through a guardrail. 1 second, hold on. My nose is really itching, sorry, really playing up, but I'm going to carry on anyway. I've nearly done anyway, but Santana and Ortiz put Omega through there was like a guardrail on it, looked like some chairs, and he put him through it. Obviously, it was made to break. It snapped in half. A real one would just bend. That was good, a good spot. One of the Young Bucks taking Sammy Guevara on the 50-mile dash, whatever it is. I don't know American football, but 50-mile run. I don't 50-yard run, 50-yard dash. And then one of the Young Bucks running kind of out the stands, putting Guevara through a table. That was good. And then this match ended with Kenny Omega, the one-winged angel on Sammy Guevara from quite a height, through some stuff, pinning him 1, 2, 3, and Broken Matt Hardy and the Elite are your winners. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed the entire pay-per-view. This doesn't mean I'm going to watch Dynamite every single week, but it was good. So I'm going to give it an A+. Somebody asked me, Ben Robinson asked me on Facebook, what would I have done to have changed this? Well, probably not much at all. I probably would have had Spears going over. I think the younger talent needs to be going over. I certainly wouldn't have showed Mike Tyson yawning. I think that the Private Party probably needed to win more than the Best Friends. Unless the plan is to give them the titles. And that's probably it, really. That's probably it, really. So yeah, it was a good pay-per-view. Really enjoyed it. It was really, really great. So you hit like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. If any of you want a shot at this, you know where I am. I'm very easy to contact. Throw up a carrier pigeon. It'll send me a message. Sends up some smoke signals. I will look out and I'll see them. You want to try and put me in my place. You want to try and take this from me. You think that I shouldn't be here. I'm disrespectful. I don't deserve anything. I need to be shut up. I need a good smack in this face. Then you go ahead and do something about it. You try and take down the #1 heel. I'll say that again for you, the #1 heel. You try and take this championship from me. This is about as close as you're going to get. Because I will bury you, I will pin you, I will tap you out. I am not putting you over. There's no chance in hell of that. But you can try it anyway. So, once again, like and subscribe. You know what I'm going to say. I say it many, many times in each and every video. I know that. And there's a reason for that. To get it in your heads. Like and subscribe. So, there's my review. And not sure when Fighter Fest will be. Not sure really where rivalries are going to go, just because I don't watch Dynamite. But there you go. I have been Hall of Fame Rock. That again. Hall of Fame Rock. Hall of Fame Rock. Hall of Fame.